Hey guys, Scare9 here, welcome back to my channel today, and in this video we're going to be going over the 13 hidden chests you can currently get within the Ruins of Wrath Shattered Realm. As always, this is going to continually progress over the week, so more chests will be available later, but for right now you can go ahead and get 13 of these, 3 enigmatic and 10 trivial chests. As always, make sure you go ahead and get the latest Wayward Compass upgrade. This week it's going to be Safe Passage because you're going to need that for a couple of these chests. Then you need to hop into the activity and clear the first beacon to begin with. When you have cleared it, then we can go ahead and start looking for all of these chests. So the first chest is gonna be at a totem for True Sight right behind the first beacon, or kind of like between the first beacon and where you entered the arena. As you activate True Sight, just look up in the sky. There's gonna be some platforms, and that will give you the first chest, which is entitled In Light's Reach. Then, for the second chest, you actually return to this totem, but instead of going up, you go down, and you'll see this little cavern filled with like Crota pillar lantern things. There will be a barrier breach totem here, and if you get that, you run around the corner, you will find a barrier breach, allowing you to get the second chest for the Below Triumph. Then for the third one, we're going to go back to the area with the first beacon, but to the left side of the beacon where you're going to find a True Sight totem. Then you just follow a little trail of ascendant platforms over to an island. You follow the island around the kind of curvature to the right side. There's going to be a barrier breach totem. Go ahead and pick that up and go into the cave. You do have to be a little quick on this one because barrier breach has a short timer, but just follow the path that I go to in the video. Then for the fourth chest, you're going to go back to the very first beacon, but instead of going left, you're going to go right to this kind of castle-looking thing. Right in front of the castle, there's going to be a True Sight beacon. Pick that up, follow the curvy path of ascendant platforms to the top of the watchtower-type structure in front of it, and you will find your fourth chest for this week, which is going to give you the Turret Treasure Triumph. When you have all 4 of these, then it's time to go ahead and clear out the second beacon because you will need to unlock the second set of totems in order to get the remaining 9 chests. Alright, so after you clear this second beacon, then you're going to go ahead north or towards the Hive ship area up on the island with the second beacon on it. There's going to be a True Sight totem. Just activate that. This is very similar to the third chest you got just a little bit ago. A set of ascendant platforms takes you to a neighboring island. Get not only True Sight, but also Barrier Breach. Once you get to this island, quickly go around the outside walkway of this island, and you will find a Barrier Breach chest that gives you the Howardite Cache Triumph. Next, you're going to go back to the area between the first and second beacon. It's this kind of very long, floaty island section where all of the islands suppress you, and there's also like hive ships that will shoot at you during it. This is a pretty important island. I'm going to call this main island with the True Sight and the Safe Passage totem the 2-totem island because you need to remember this location for a couple of chests. So the very first one's very simple. You pick up both of these totems, then you're able to make your way just across a small platform to get to the Pallasite Cache. Then you're going to return back to the 2-totem island to get both of these buffs once again. And then you're going to pretty much go the exact opposite direction where you can see a chest floating on a rock island. Just a couple of rocks over. If you have the Safe Passage buff from that totem, you'll be able to get this chest no problem. Then you're going to return back to that 2-totem island and take a right. You're going to go towards this large mountainous structure over to the right. Where you will go up the path to the left that kind of takes you up the mountain. This part, you're going to see some like Ahamkara or giant worm bones, as well as a Safe Passage totem that will allow you to jump on a very, very small hive structure that gives you the Chrondie Cache Triumph. Then you're going to go back down the hill towards the 2-totem island, but instead of going up towards the left, you're gonna go down towards the right, towards a barrier breach totem, which you'll take up the hive pathway to get the Kamacite Coffer. Now, this is where it gets difficult. In this room with this chest, there's a barrier breach totem, but you have to be very, very fast here because you're on a time limit. You pick up the barrier breach and you need to sprint down the hallway that goes up the mountain. Same path that I take. If you have Eclipsed Cache or whatever, you're gonna want to go ahead and use that here to get here, because as you can see, even with all these movement abilities, I barely make it. So lightweight weapons, any sort of movement ability, pick up the true sight barrier and then make your way through the barrier breach and just kind of climb your way on top of this mini castle structure for the last legitimate chest of this week. However, there are 3 kind of secret chests that you can get early by using weird, unconventional methods. So the first one is going to be in this watchtower. You're going to be on top of that castle you were just on. You look to the left, climb on a mountain, and you will see this giant watchtower. Now, the only way I'm aware of you being able to get this is using Top Tree Dawnblade to fly over there, although I'm sure Titans could probably do it with Lion Rampants and Sword Skating, but to be safe, just go on Warlock, because it's pretty easy. As you can see here, I just kind of Dawnblade skate over to this castle. You're not supposed to be able to get this one yet, so if you don't want to see any sort of unreleased content, don't worry about this one. It'll come out in a couple of weeks. And then the very next 2 chests, the last 2 chests that you can get this week, are in a strictly out of bounds area. You have to glitch to get these. As you can see here, I'm kind of sword skating out of bounds in order to get these 2 chests. If you don't want to see any upcoming content, please click off the video and all of that. I'm just going to show you an area, but you can get these 2 chests early by doing the out of bounds glitch that I did just here, and just follow my character. Thank you to all the players and Eclipse for showing me this really cool out of bounds to get 2 of the chests early, but don't worry, you'll be able to naturally and like legitimately get to these areas in a couple of weeks. So make your way in that out of bounds that I just did. Make sure you drop into the room in the exact corner of the roof that I did, or else you're going to be like permanent locked in a death barrier zone. Make sure you go ahead, kill all the enemies, get the true sight beacon that I pick up, and then you're able to walk over to your 12th chest, the deep, and then you turn around and there's going to be a safe passage barrier or beacon or totem or whatever the hell you want to call them right in front of you that allows you to go to this hallway to your left. You just run through the hallway. At the very end, you will get the Harrowed Hall chest, which is your 13th and final chest that you were able to get this week. So I hope you guys did find this video useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. If you were interested in watching either of the 2 videos on our screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed for more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video.